Power is not a benevolent gift bestowed upon the worthy. It is a meticulously crafted construct, forged in the crucible of ambition and cunning. Those who truly understand the nature of power know that it is not inherited, but engineered through the manipulation of human psychology and the exploitation of societal weaknesses. In the grand theater of influence, the naive believe that power is earned through merit or granted by divine right. But the astute puppeteers of human behavior recognize that true power lies in the ability to shape the thoughts, desires, and actions of others without their conscious awareness. It is a game of shadows and mirrors, where the illusion of choice masks the reality of control. To ascend to the pinnacle of power, one must first master the art of psychological warfare. The weapons in this arsenal are not swords or guns, but the subtle levers of human nature that, when pulled with precision, can topple empires and reshape civilizations. Reciprocity, that deeply ingrained sense of obligation, becomes a tool to bind others to your will. By strategically offering favors or kindness, you create an invisible web of indebtedness, compelling loyalty and compliance. Scarcity, the eternal driver of human desire, becomes your ally in igniting passion and urgency. By controlling access to resources, information, or opportunities, you fan the flames of want, driving others to act with reckless abandon in pursuit of what you dangle just beyond their reach. In this dance of deprivation and reward, you become the puppet master, pulling the strings of desperation. Authority, that primal instinct to defer to perceived superiors, becomes your scepter of command. Cloak yourself in the trappings of expertise, surround yourself with symbols of power, and speak with unwavering confidence. The masses, conditioned from birth to obey, will fall in line, their critical thinking silenced by the weight of your manufactured gravitas. Consistency, the human need for cognitive alignment, becomes the lock that secures your subjects in your carefully constructed reality. Lead them down a path of small commitments, each seemingly innocuous, until they find themselves so deeply entrenched in your narrative that to question it would be to question their very identity. But power is not wielded through brute force alone. The truly masterful manipulator understands the value of a velvet glove concealing an iron fist. Charm becomes your camouflage, a disarming facade that lulls your targets into a false sense of security. Let your words drip with honey, your smile radiate warmth, and watch as their defenses crumble before your calculated affability. Sympathy, that most human of emotions, becomes a key to unlock even the most guarded hearts. Show vulnerability, share in their struggles, become the confidant they never knew they needed. As they bare their souls, they unknowingly hand you the blueprint to their deepest fears and desires, a map you will use to navigate the terrain of their psyche. With their guard lowered, you strike with the full force of social proof, not the organic kind that arises naturally, but a carefully orchestrated illusion of consensus. Create the perception of widespread agreement, manipulate statistics, and curate testimonials. In a world where individuals look to others for guidance, you become the architect of reality, shaping perceptions to align with your agenda. Every idea you present, every concept you introduce, must be framed with surgical precision to serve your ultimate ambition. The art of framing is not about lying. It's about selectively emphasizing certain aspects of truth while obscuring others. It's about creating a lens through which your subjects view the world, a lens ground to your exact specifications. As you weave your web of influence, remember that perception is malleable. Anchor their understanding of value, of right and wrong, of success and failure, to benchmarks of your own design. Once these anchors are set, all future judgments will be made in relation to them, skewing decision-making in your favor without your targets ever realizing they've been nudged off course. In this grand game of chess, where humans are the pieces and society is the board, never reveal your full strategy. Let them see only what you want them to see. Believe only what serves your purpose. The true extent of your machinations must remain hidden, lest they realize the depth of their manipulation and rebel against your carefully constructed order. Understand this fundamental truth. In the pursuit of power, popularity is a fool's errand. You are not here to win a popularity contest or to bask in the fickle adoration of the masses. You are here to command, to shape the world according to your vision. The truly powerful do not seek to be liked, they demand to be obeyed. In the theater of persuasion, where words are weapons and minds are battlefields, there is no room for hesitation or moral equivocation. The meek, the indecisive, the ethically constrained, these are the pawns, moved and sacrificed at will by those who understand the true nature of power. But for those bold enough to seize the reins of human nature, to manipulate the very fabric of social reality, the rewards are beyond measure. You stand at a crossroads. Will you remain a spectator, watching as others shape the world around you? Or will you step into the arena armed with the knowledge that power is not given but taken? The choice is yours. But remember, in this Game of Thrones, you either win or you fade into obscurity. Fade into. The path to power is not for the faint of heart. It requires a willingness to shed conventional morality, to view human interactions not as ends in themselves, but as means to a greater purpose. It demands a keen understanding of the darkest corners of human psychology and the courage to exploit them without remorse. As you embark on this journey, steel yourself against the siren call of empathy. Compassion is a luxury afforded to those content with mediocrity. True power requires a singular focus, an unwavering commitment to your vision, even when it comes at the expense of others. The world is not changed by those who play by the rules, but by those willing to rewrite them. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to consolidate your influence. Every conversation, a chance to plant the seeds of future compliance. Every relationship, a strategic alliance to be leveraged. In the grand chessboard of life, there are no neutral moves. You are either advancing your position or ceding ground to your rivals. The road to power is paved with the shattered illusions of those who believed in fairness, in merit, in the inherent goodness of human nature. But you know better. You understand that these are myths propagated by the powerful to keep the masses docile. True power comes not from playing the game, but from controlling it. In the end, history is written by the victors, and in the annals of time, it is not the righteous who are remembered, but the ruthless. Those who had the vision to see beyond conventional limitations, the audacity to reach for the impossible, and the cunning to bend reality to their will. So step into your power. Embrace the mantle of the puppet master. For in the grand theater of human affairs, there are only two roles, those who pull the strings and those who dance to the tune of others. The choice is yours. Will you be the director of your own destiny or a bit player in someone else's grand design? Power is not given, it is engineered, and you, with the knowledge you now possess, have the blueprints to build an empire. The only question that remains is, do you have the courage to use them?